Okay guys, in this video we're actually going to go over the commands, parallel commands, and post commands section. So here we did a quick settings lookup, and we can actually see that we have these three items. So command section, parallel section, command section, post commands section. What we're going to do is we're going to look up information on all three of those to get more information on what they are, better description, and then start building out that infrastructure. So with that said, we'll clear screen, and actually let's do this. The easiest thing to do when you're looking for any of these items, all these items, like I said in other videos, are functions. So each one of these is an alias, and actually you can just do a get alias if you like, and post to see what the real command is. In this instance, it's called set BlueGenie commands. And here we can actually just do a walk, which is the help information on that. And we can pull up the description for that. So the first section we actually want to look at is going to be the command section. So here we're actually doing every command runs in a synchronous order. It can run any BlueGenie command and any PowerShell command, so it doesn't have to be specifically BlueGenie. Anything that PowerShell can run, this will execute. Just know that it's going to execute the first in the list, so meaning that all commands will execute first, and then it will, after all of those commands have finished, and this one's in a synchronous order, it will then move over to parallel. So parallel now allows all the items in that parallels section to run at the same time. So if you have 5 items in the list, 5 actionable items will run simultaneously. When the last item has finished, then it will move on to section 3, and section 3 is the post commands section. And again, this is in synchronous order, and these items will be all the actionable items before the job completes. So with that said, let's start building out our command section. So we'll clear the screen. So now that we cleared the screen, let's add something real quick to the commands section field. So here we're going to actually do a commands add. And again, these parameters are basic parameters for all the settings functions. So there's add, there's remove, remove index, and remove all. All right, so here we're going to do add, and we'll actually just do BlueGenie get system info. And you can see we added our first item to the list. If you type in commands, it will tell you what's there, what's been added, what index it's set to, and if you do settings, you can see from that section that that get BlueGenie system info was added. So again, we just spoke about all of the parameters that were for each one of those functions. So here we have commands. Let's just do quickly just to remove all to show that off. So again, it went through the list, it removed any items that were there. If we do settings again, you could see the command section is empty. So now let's start building out our commands, parallel commands, and post command tasks. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to add an item that we would process first in the order. So this one's going to be load all registry profiles. So the command is going to be commands add, and let me just note this, the add parameter is the default parameter. So if you decide to leave that off and then you just typed in the command itself, here you can see we tab completed bg load all profile hives, and we hit enter. The default, even though we did not use the parameter add, the default was add. And again, you could see right here that our item has been added. So now let's move on to the parallel section. We're going to add another command to parallels. So after anything in the command section run, all parallel items will run at the same time. Here, we're going to just tab complete parallel commands, and we're actually going to do get BG system info. So we added that. The next, we're actually going to add one more, but the cool thing about this is you can add multiple commands on the same line. And this will automatically create an index item and add it. So here we're doing parallel commands add. We're adding two commands. So this is get BG loaded reg hives. So this gets all the registry hives that are loaded. Gives us full information, user to SID, SID to user, all that exposed information the last time it was logged on and used. And then this is get processing list, or process list rather. You hit enter and you could see that it parsed both of those items. It added both of those items. And if we do a parallel commands, you could see that each item is listed with their own index. If this is listed now here as well under parallels section. So now that we have that, we're going to add our post. So in this case, in this task that we're going to run, we're going to create it as a cleanup. So post is going to be our cleanup for this. So let's clear the screen. And in this instance, we're going to type in post commands. And now we're going to invoke another command called bg unload all profile hives. Hit enter. You can see that that was added. Now if we do a settings list, you can see now this was all built for us. So the command section has invoke all profile hives. Parallel is going to run these three at the same time. Get BG system info, tell me what loaded registry hives there are, and tell me what the process list is. And then post is going to unload all of the registry hives that were loaded, and then leave us at a clean state and return our information. So that goes over post, parallel, and commands sections. The next video we're actually going to process is job ID. So we're just going to keep on going down in order. So the next one is going to be job ID. So I hope you guys join me in the next video, and thank you very much for watching this one. See you soon.